Why would a dog know Morse code? I adopted my dog Rex from the shelter about 6 months ago. He's a German Shepherd mix, super smart, already knew all the basic commands when I got him. The shelter said his previous owner passed away and nobody knew much about the guy. Rex settled in great at my apartment, no issues at all. But I started noticing something weird about a month in. Whenever I'd tap my fingers on the table or click my pen, Rex would tilt his head and stare at me real intense. At first I thought he just didn't like the noise. Then one night I'm watching TV and there's this old war movie on. The scene shows soldiers using a telegraph and suddenly Rex jumps off the couch and runs right up to the screen. He's staring at it, ears up, completely focused. I thought it was funny, so I recorded it on my phone. My buddy Jake came over the next day and I showed him the video. He goes, "Dude, that's Morse code in the movie." I laughed it off, but Jake was serious. He learned Morse code in Boy Scouts years ago. He said, "Let me try something." Jake started tapping on my coffee table. Just random taps, nothing special. Rex looked at him but didn't react. Then Jake tapped out "sit" in Morse code. Rex immediately sat down. We both just froze staring at this dog. I said, "No way that just happened. Do it again." Jake tapped out "down" and Rex laid down immediately. My brain was trying to make sense of it. Maybe it was a coincidence? But then Jake tapped out "speak" and Rex barked twice. We spent the next hour testing it. Every single command in Morse code, Rex understood perfectly. Regular tapping? Nothing. Morse code? He responded every time. I was completely freaked out. Who teaches a dog Morse code? Jake pulled up the shelter's website on his phone, and we found Rex's intake info. It listed his previous owner as Robert Chen, age 72. I googled the name with our city and found an obituary from 7 months ago. Retired veteran, served in communications. That's when it clicked. This guy must have trained Rex entirely in Morse code. But why? I decided to see how far this went. I learned basic Morse code from YouTube videos. Took me about a week to get decent at it. Then I started testing Rex with more complex stuff. I tapped out "find ball," and Rex ran around the apartment until he located his tennis ball and brought it back. I tapped "water," and he went straight to his bowl. This dog understood way more than just simple commands. One night I'm having trouble sleeping, so I'm just lying in bed tapping my fingers on the nightstand, not even thinking about it. Suddenly Rex hops up on the bed and drops his leash at my feet. I realized I'd accidentally tapped out "walk" in Morse code at 2 in the morning. We ended up going for a walk because I felt bad. The weirdest part happened last week. I had some friends over for poker night. My buddy Marcus was dealing cards, tapping the deck on the table between hands. Rex was lying under the table and suddenly got up and walked to the front door. He sat there waiting. Marcus had accidentally tapped outside while shuffling. None of my friends knew about the Morse code thing yet, so they all looked at me confused. I just said, "He probably needs to go out." When I told them the truth later, they didn't believe me until I demonstrated it. Now every time someone comes over, they want to test it out. My neighbor Amy thinks it's the coolest thing ever. She learned Morse code just to communicate with Rex. Last month, she knocked on my door at 7 a.m. tapping frantically. I opened it half asleep and she goes, "I locked myself out and my spare key is inside. Can Rex help?" Apparently she'd been tapping "help" on my door. I had Rex wait while I grabbed my tools to pick her lock. The whole time I'm thinking about how Rex's previous owner must have been really lonely. Teaching your dog an entire secret language that only you two understand? That's some serious dedication. But also kind of sad. I looked up more about Robert and found out he lived alone for 15 years after his wife died. Maybe Morse code was their special thing, a way to bond with Rex that felt meaningful to him. Now I use it too. Not for everything, just special commands. It feels like I'm keeping something alive that mattered to someone. Plus it's really handy at the dog park when I need to call Rex back without yelling.